Hello and welcome to Bionic Heart 2. I am RMP792 and yes, I finally got round to doing Bionic Heart 2. You may remember as part of my Winter Wolves month, which was that October last year? Something like that. I did Bionic Heart, which I quite enjoyed. It was an interesting little game. And this game, as I understand it, is fairly similar in that it has 24 separate endings. Now, with that one, what I ended up doing was about 5 separate Let's Plays, because it wasn't terribly long. Now, I don't know how long this game's going to be, how long it's going to take to do each run, so assuming it's comparable length, I'll probably do about the same again, sort of a series of Let's Plays of different variations and options. But we'll have to see. Now, as I understand it, this game actually follows on from the first one, from one of the paths that I didn't actually show. Specifically the one where, it was Tanya, the main character whose name I can't remember, and the best friend whose name I can't remember, running away. No, it wasn't Tanya, it was Helen. Yes, those three, running away to Mars while Tanya stayed behind on Earth to try and kill the scumbag Richard. Why are Richards in video games always evil? I don't get that. But either way, don't know if this one also has voice acting like the first one did, but we'll find out. Act 1, New Beginning. Tanya, Scotland Yard Police Station. During the game there are several social boss fights. Some are easier, others require more thinking. If you want, you can enable hints before each battle, otherwise you'll have to figure out how to win them. Let's leave the hints on. Let's read the intro. Okay, so no voice acting this time. It has been approximately 20 minutes and 57 seconds since I was brought here. I have made 3 separate attempts at breaking the handcuffs around my wrists. Unfortunately, it seems I can't, even though I should be able to. My energy level must have dropped beyond a certain point, where I can no longer access all of my strength. That's more than inconvenient. Then again, thinking about the last few days, there were quite a few things that must have drained a lot of energy. Taking out Julia, for instance. Helping Luke and his friends escape from her was the right thing to do, though, and I wouldn't have done it differently. Not even if I'd known I would end up here. Nevertheless, it certainly hasn't been wise to exhaust what remains of my power reserve. Thinking of Luke, I can't help but feel a smile tugging at the corner of my lips. The expression on his face when he first met me had been quite something. And who could blame him? Half of my face had been torn off, my insides were exposed. Despite the trouble I gave him, he agreed to help me discover who I am and why a mere robot like me can remember the world before the permanent reign. Luke was in the perfect position to investigate, because he was a high-ranking employee of Nanotech, the world's largest and most powerful nanotechnology conglomerate. He eventually learned that I was, in fact, a human brain housed inside an android body. However, the discovery came at a heavy price. Nanotech proved more insidious than either of us had expected. By having a policy of spying on their own employees, they soon became aware of Luke's actions. The labs of Nanotech promptly reacted and cranked out another android like me, Julia Storm. Julia had a straightforward directive. She was to seduce Tom, Luke's best friend, who was notorious for having a weakness for beautiful women. Her mission had been to take advantage of her relationship with Tom and approach Luke and, by extension, me. Fortunately, I managed to overcome and terminate Julia when she came to Luke's flat. Nevertheless, I knew that the victory was slight and most certainly momentary. It would doubtless not be long before Nanotech sent more of them after me. They certainly weren't lacking the resources. I knew that Luke, Tom, and Luke's girlfriend Helen had only one chance to escape the long reaches of Nanotech. I immediately told them to leave for the spaceport as soon as possible and help them board a craft heading for the secret human colony on Mars, using forged identifications that I organized. However, seeing them escape safely had lulled me into a false sense of security. I should have realized that it could not have been as easy as I hoped it to be. Police were already prepared to apprehend me at the spaceport, and I had no escape route. I still hope that, at the very least, Luke and Tom and Helen have made it to Mars safely. But a small part of me wishes that they weren't all alone, and certainly not in one of Scotland Yard's many interrogation rooms. I've never been in an interrogation room before, but I can make an educated guess that they're all as plain as that one. I think that's the point of these rooms. The door opens to reveal 2 police officers who arrested me earlier. The names are Officer Robert Carson and Officer Tina Gomez, if I read their tags correctly. Well, at least I'm no longer alone. You ready for questioning, miss? Oh, wow. Sorry. Oh, wow. Showing our true colours now, are we, Rob? What are you talking about? You were awfully polite to her earlier. Never seen you this nice towards someone we've apprehended. That isn't true. Denied all you like, Robert, but you know I'm right this time. You're just an old... That's enough. Can we get back to work? Tina smiles cheekily at a flustered Robert. Each choice of the game matters. Some choices shape the character's personality, and others will change what people think of you. As the game progresses, some paths and scenes will change based on your choices. Miss Tina Vanek, is it? Nice name, isn't it? The personal information form you filled out is conspicuously devoid of details, Miss Vanek. That's because I'm a mysterious and charming person. How about you let me do my job, Miss Vanek, and I won't... I was hoping you would start doing just that, sir. Robert looks like he's about to pop a vein. He takes a deep breath and attempts to smile, clearly trying to reorientate himself. Alright, Miss Vanek. Let's just ignore the form for now and move on to the next question. What were you doing at the spaceport? I was under the impression that the spaceport is a public place. Has that changed since I last checked, or has it now been declared a crime for innocent citizens to be in public places? Robert growls. Of course not, Miss Vanek. I smile sweetly. I suppose it's now my turn to inquire. If I was not at fault, why was I arrested as if I had done something wrong? A warrant for your arrest was issued nationwide days ago. Do you even know why I'm wanted? Or are you two just the lapdogs of the rich, like the rest of the police force? I beg your pardon? If I were more easily offended, I would slap you for that, Miss Vanek. Maybe that would remind you that we are police officers, not enforcers of London's upper class. I snort loudly at the comment. I find there is little, if any, distinction between the two. What do you mean by that? I roll my eyes and do my best to shrug my shoulders. It's not exactly easy to do when your hands are cuffed together. The reason I'm wanted is not about breaking the law. I haven't done anything illegal. Richard Mere IV wants me captured, and his word is law. Richard Mere, the billionaire? Is there anyone else of that name? Or of that obnoxious personality either? What does this have to do with Mr. Mere? Open their eyes. What doesn't? Details, miss. If you want us to believe your allegations, you're going to have to give us a few of them. Really? It isn't rocket science. Remember that dead starlet from last year's Midsummer Festival? You mean the suicide? Suicide by choking yourself to death with a cable? The coroner wrote something about her dying during some autoerotic practices. What if I saw her together with Donald Barrow, Mayor's CEO, earlier that day? What if they looked as though they were going to spend the night together? You mean Mr. Barrow could have... The police never questioned him. Maya made sure they would leave him alone. He has most of the police in his pocket. And he's after me now. Robert shakes his head vigorously. I don't believe you. She's obviously lying, Tina. Tina's silence indicates that she has other thoughts. Come on, Rob, we both had our doubts. Robert takes one look at the poorly concealed expression of smugness on my face, before pulling Tina to a far corner to resume their conversation. Not that it matters. Luckily, neither one of them was aware of my enhanced hearing. You can't take our words at face value, Tina. Suspects will say anything to get free. It doesn't sound baseless, Rob. We both suspected something. Maybe this is concrete evidence at last. I don't know, Tina. Such widespread corruption couldn't have gone unnoticed for so long. That just goes to show how bad the situation is. Fine, let's assume you're right to trust the suspect. We still have a job to do and we need to do it. I don't know if I can do it, Rob. Not if there's the possibility that she's truly innocent. Tina, we've dealt with people who turned out to be innocent before. This is no time to lose your professionalism. This is a matter of principle, Rob. Principle or not, who are we to pass judgment? We're police officers, that's all we are. That's what our job is. That's what we do. Which side do you really want to take, Rob? Professionalism or principle? That's not a fair question, Tina. Besides, what do you suggest we do in this case? Let her go? That's not an option. I'm not so sure. To be honest, I thought you'd be more enthusiastic about letting her go. Why do you think that? I saw you looked at her. Robert blushes. You're seeing things. Tina rolls her eyes. How about I let your fiancée know? She could decide whether I'm seeing anything or not. Just as their banter is about to take a turn for the worse, which honestly I doubt is even possible at this point, a policeman barges into the room, blurts out something about a fire that's broken out in the archive room. Robert and Tina quickly decide that one of them should stay to finish interrogating their suspect. During the game you'll encounter some key scenes like this one you're about to play called Social Boss Fight. Here you'll need to reach 100% of the goal of choosing the right dialogue options. If you fail, you'll see a game over ending, but the game will be saved automatically so you can retry the scene from the beginning. Okay. I realised that this could be my chance to escape. If I stay under arrest for much longer, an nanotech representative will undoubtedly arrive to retrieve me. I could take advantage of Robert's attraction to me. What is this? An interview with me or some sort of argument between the two of you? Lady, we only need to sort this out quickly and then... It's obvious you're not going to sort this out as long as I'm in the room. Huh? Come on, even you must have noticed that she's jealous of me. What? How? What are you implying? It's obvious the two of you are in a relationship with each other and she thinks you're lusting for me. Alright, now you're going too far. And you're not giving me a fair chance. We would give you a fair chance if you would finally cooperate and tell us more than those unfounded suspicions. Then leave me alone with your partner and I will cooperate. Leave? Why? Tina looks appropriately suspicious. To prove that you're not just jealous of me, to prove me wrong. The two exchange looks. Alright, I'm leaving, but I won't be far. If you need me, Rob? Yeah, I'll just call for you. Alright, Miss Vanek, let us continue. The goal of the social boss fight is to seduce Rob so he gets closer to you so you can knock him out. Okay. Claim to be hot, subtle. Well, that worked. I'm so glad you decided to stay with me. Robert smiles, unquestionably willing to put her prior belligerence out of his mind. I'm just doing my job, Miss Vanek. Please, you may call me Tanya. And now that that pesky woman is out of the way, we can finally get to know one another a little better. Robert swallows audibly. I don't think that would be appropriate, Miss Vanek. Okay. Let's talk about his uniform, because Yep, figured that'd work. I jumped my chest out a little, smirking at the way Robert's eyes widen. Was it naughty of me to request such a thing, sir? Naughty? You don't think it was naughty of me? I don't quite understand, Miss Vanek. I bet girls throw themselves at you all the time, don't they? Robert looks quite a bit flustered. Well, I mean, a man in uniform, that's really attractive, isn't it? Robert runs his hand shakily down the front of his shirt. Okay. Let's go for the old claim to be hot thing. Nope, didn't work. Oh, isn't it hot in here? The temperature in here is regulated by a supercomputer, Miss Vanek. It always keeps everything at a comfortable level. It controls heat, humidity, you name it. Now, if you're done stalling, Okay, so that one didn't work. Okay, let's try getting him to move a bit closer. Hold it. What are you trying to do? Well, that didn't work either. Okay, let's go for the unsubtle touch. Yep, well, that worked. I believe bad girls deserve a spanking, don't you, officer? Well, that's subtle, Tanya. That's really unsubtle. A spanking. I bite my bottom lip coyly. If I'd been naughty, wouldn't you discipline me, sir? That is the least subtle thing I've ever heard. Actually, no, it's not, to be fair. I've heard worse, but... Okay, let's go for that one. Nope. Huh? I smile sweetly. I'm sorry. Be careful. Okay, well, let's try begging him to let me go. Please, you must let me go. No way. I'm sorry, but I can't trust you. Okay, so 4 of those things don't seem to do anything. I've changed my mind. I want to talk to Agent Tina. That's Agent Gomez for you. And no, she's gone. Now you talk to me. Okay, so at least some of these things obviously don't work the first time, but will do later. Like that. Oh, I feel so hot in here. It's your fault, you know. What? Watching you in that outfit, imagining you spanking me. I bring my hands down to the hem of my top. I lean farther back in my chair to afford Robert a more unobstructed view. It's okay, isn't it? What is? I slowly roll my top upward, exposing more of my belly. Robert starts shaking in his chair, his eyes in my hands intently. Okay, so certain things only work after you've done certain other things. So let's try and get him to move a bit closer. And we have victory. But I'm still so hot, sir. That's none of my business. Please, just feel my forehead. I think I have a fever. Robert looks unsure. Please, sir. Fine, but no more delaying after this. Robert leans across the desk, his tongue unconsciously wetting his lips as his eyes flicker repeatedly down to my exposed abdomen. He's merely inches away when his hand finally lands on my forehead. You don't feel hot. Oh, you should bring your hand lower to make sure. Lower. He moves his hand down to the side of my neck. Here. Lower, sir. Where? Much lower. Robert's hand moves slowly and steadily down towards my cleavage. I lean my chair a little more backwards, and then swing forward as quickly as I can. Smashing my forehead against Robert's with great force, I send it crashing to the floor. It seems I was mistaken. I immediately get up and search Robert for the keys to the handcuffs I'm wearing. After awkwardly unlocking the cuffs, I place them on Robert and find a set of access coordinates for the rest of the precinct. I prop the door chap up against the wall and blow him a kiss before sneaking out of the interrogation room. So where to now? Meanwhile, on our way to Mars. Is there life on Mars? Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just entered the orbit around Mars and are currently preparing to descend towards the Hellas Planitia. We will land at Anita Ni Starport in 26 minutes. Please prepare to return to your seats. A colony on Mars. So it's real. Tom always claimed it was, but I didn't believe it until now. If you need to use the bathrooms, now is your last chance before the landing. I didn't believe it when I saw the Mars shuttle. I didn't believe it when I saw the red planet slowly grow through my window. Only now, as we're about to land in less than half an hour, do I believe that it's real. The crew of the Mars Shuttle Seneca wishes to inform you that you have 5 minutes until you need to fasten your seatbelts again. Earth to Mars in 23 hours? And you even get to stretch your legs a little? Amazing, isn't it? I guess so. I mean, the fact that it's possible to travel to Mars is amazing in and of itself, but it's that it's even reasonably comfortable. Well, I could have done without being pushed into my seat for 6 hours non-stop after we took off, and another 6 hours. Someone who's so well informed about the Mars colony know amazingly little about physics. Well, I do know that this shuttle had to accelerate and decelerate at some point, but they could have made it much more comfortable. You could have taken the narcotic they offered you. And missed my first time off planet? Never. Then stop complaining. Sheesh, you're so stingy. No wonder you and Helen are having problems. Yeah. Sorry, that came out differently than I meant to. I don't answer, and I look at Helen instead. She's still sleeping. The narcotic worked well on her. We told the robotic crew of the shuttle that she was afraid of flying, and because of that wanted something that would let her sleep through the trip. The robots didn't ask questions. They performed a quick medical check, decided she was in good enough condition, and had her breathe in some gas. Helen hasn't moved since we took off. Though, I think she's slowly coming back now. Her eyes are starting to move behind her lids. Or is she just dreaming? What's up? You look disturbed. Helen, I think she's waking up. Whoa, too early. Tom quickly presses the service button over his seat. Yes, sir? We need another dose of narcotic in row 7. Our friend, the one with the flight anxiety, is about to wake up. I am afraid that's no longer possible, sir. We're about to descend. The crew cannot provide service during the landing procedure. Oh damn, what'll we do? Wait, let me handle this. God, I hope I can handle this. It's a good thing Helen isn't really afraid to fly. And this at least looks a little like a plane. Look, we can't have her make a fuss. If she starts blurting out something that makes people suspicious of us, they might double check our false IDs. I thought you said they were good even when we checked. They're good when checked, yes, but if they're double checked... Tom shakes his head, looking very serious. Uh-oh, she's waking up. Gotta do something. Hush, hon. It's okay. Everything's fine. So dizzy. We in bed. Yeah, hon, we're in bed. Everything's alright, don't worry. Sleep a little longer and... We are now about to begin our descent. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. Huh? Oh, that damn robotic voice. Now Helen knows something's up. Do something quickly, before she starts to give us away. I'm on it, I'm on it. What is this? Where are we? Shh, relax. There's no need to worry. That voice... We're in a plane? Almost. Almost. What is that? Oh, and why am I so dizzy? Sweetheart, it's okay. We slept through the entire flight. Flight? So we are on a plane. We're on a shuttle to Mars. We're about to land on the Mars colony. Mars? Yes, Mars. Strange place for a vacation. Mars is nice and dry, isn't it? No rain. Yeah, no rain. That's nice. Helen is snuggling against my shoulder. I think she's falling asleep again. No, wait. Uh-oh. Her eyes are opening in surprise. What? Mars? A sudden outburst draws the attention of pretty much everyone around us. People are starting to stare at us. Oh, damn it. Calm her down. Darling, please quiet down. We're upsetting everyone else on the shuttle. Now I remember. That crazy plan of yours to go to Mars. Did you bring that other woman too? No, she isn't here. Sweetheart, please relax. Everything's fine, ladies and gentlemen. She just had a bad dream. So you took me with you to Mars, even though I didn't want to go? There was no other way. They would have caught you, found out everything you know, and then killed you. So you just decided to abduct me? That's a lousy thing to do, Luke. And you can't call me Luke. We have fake IDs now. I'm Lucas Walker, and you are Eleanor. Wait, your first name stays pretty much the same, but I have to be some Ellie? If you think your name is bad, mine's Otto van Altenheiler. Want to trade? I still can't believe you did this. That you decided to go over my head. What were you thinking? Please, darling, can we talk about this later? When we're alone? We're about to land, and can you calm down until... I don't want to calm down! Abducting me to Mars? God, this is a lousy thing to do. There was no other choice. Look, Helen, I know what we did to you wasn't nice. You're damn right it wasn't. But there was no other way. No other goddamn way? We're all in danger of getting killed, Helen, and... Psst! Her name's Eleanor now. The new IDs, don't you remember? Damn it, no one asked me if I even wanted a new name. Please keep it down, the both of you. Why is my new name... Without false IDs, we'd never made it off the planet. Then we should have just stayed in London. Had we done that, Nanotech would have made sure that we can't talk to anyone. They would have killed us. They can't just kill people like that. The police would... They've got the police in their pockets. Most likely some officer would have shot us in self-defense. Ah, so guns have become more common for the police force. Because let's face it, at the moment in this country, we have armed police units. I've seen one, and the guy was just holding his gun with a, "Oh God, I hope I don't have to use this" look on his face. There must be some people who could have helped us. You underestimate the power of Richard Mayer IV. None of us know anyone who could reasonably protect us from a multi-billionaire with an industrial empire. He's right. Then we should have made everything public. I mean, a conspiracy this large, there must be entire armies of journalists willing to kill for a story like this. I doubt people would have believed us. I mean, look, you hardly believe us. We had Tanya. We could have shown them what Tanya is. The moment we show Tanya to a journalist, Mayer would know. Controlling the media networks, all communication flows through it. We could have contacted one journalist in private and arranged for a personal meeting. And how do you contact the journalist without using the network? Just visit him in his office? You mean go to one of the network offices where they have more direct feed cameras than anywhere else on the planet? And besides, who says that this one journalist you're trying to talk isn't part of Mayer's personal network? He's a celebrity. Most journalists would sell their souls for one interview with him. Listen, Eleanor. Oh, come on, Tom. It's Otto. Damn, remember I knew... It's okay, it's okay. Lucas, Otto. Oh, I give up. Let's just get this over with. You're no longer angry, Eleanor. Oh, I am angry. Don't just think I'm letting you get away with this. But, as I said, there was hardly another way. You're right, there wasn't. I see your point. But you still shouldn't have just forced me to come with you. I'm sorry. I just wanted to save your life. I know. That's the only reason why I'm willing to forgive you two. Phew, thanks. That doesn't mean you don't still owe me a few big favours. Like if this planet has French cuisine, you better take me out to a really nice place. Alright. I don't know what they have, but I'll make it up to you. And you'd better show me some effort or else. Okay, okay. I don't think I've forgotten about you, Otto. Uh-oh. Looks like we're not getting out of this mess unscathed, but at least we're surviving until we've landed. The rest, fortunately, is not a problem. We disembark from the shuttle and get through customs without any sort of trouble. Well, unless you count waiting in line for over an hour's trouble, if that's what happens. Yeah. What's taking so long? You said we hardly had any luggage with us. Yeah, I have no idea what's with these people. No one seems to be in any kind of a hurry. At least they brought us some drinks, but still, not even a place to sit down. Technically, standing's not as bad as it could be. Lower gravity actually feels quite nice. Well, yes, it's not exactly uncomfortable, but something feels different and I can't put my finger on it. Well, it's easy to see what's different. The lower gravity of Mars. And perhaps a lighter too. With the expected effect on how much they sag, at the moment, not really much. Hey, what do you think you're staring at? Me? Nothing. Oh, really? We're on a foreign planet for the first time and all you look at is my cleavage? And now she's making a fuss again. Well... Decisions. Well, actually, looking at my timer, that's probably a reasonable enough point to end this first part. And say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.